Hello there, welcome back to Beauty Bee, and welcome to my Empties video for the month of June, which just doesn't quite seem right. Doesn't seem like it should be nearly the end of June already. But I did finish some things, so I wanted to talk about them. My basket looks very impressive, but it's really being bulked up by a couple of candles that I wanted to talk about at the front of the video. I have been drawn more and more into the Bath and Body Works side of YouTube. I just really enjoy watching those videos for some reason. And I find that that also tends to draw me further and further into candles. I sort of came for the body care and ended up staying for the candles, and I just want to keep track of candles so that they don't become a problem area, because I think that this video is going to come up before my semi-annual sale haul, but just know that those could be a problem. So that was quite a bit of an introduction for these two candles, which are from Opal House. I got these in a trio from Target. I've had them for quite a few months. I think I got these back in December, but I have purchased another stack, and these were the scents Wild Hibiscus Sangria, which I took out any remaining wax, but this was a really, really beautiful, very sweet floral scent. I enjoyed this a lot. I actually enjoyed am enjoying all three of these Opal House candles quite a bit. The second one I just finished today. This is Citrus Sunset. This one I burned in conjunction with actually a much more expensive candle. The Lasting Smiles. It's like a sea salt and citrus or something. And I liked this one a lot more. These burn pretty evenly. I mean, there is a tiny bit of wax here at the bottom, but nothing much. They burn pretty cleanly. I'm really, really happy with these, and I think that the components are so cute. I'm actually planning to keep the jars for all three of these candles, but I think that these would be perfect to take to my office once I've really, really washed these out and they don't have any scent left whatsoever, and keep little office supplies in. I think that these would work great in a desk drawer. The third and final candle is the biggest item in this whole bin, and it is this amber and raw vanilla candle. I do not recall what brand this is, and it looks like I've peeled the label off the bottom, so I will put that information at the top of the screen. This was a very little bit musky vanilla scent. I really enjoyed it, and the thing that drew me to this candle was definitely the jar. I think this is beautiful. I really do love colored glass. I don't know if we've discussed this on my channel or not, but there's a reason that all of my storage is like clear and looks like glass. It's because I absolutely adore it. And I think that this will go really nicely with the decor in my living room. I'm not sure if I'm going to put anything in it. I could see myself adding like a really tall decorative candle or something, but I don't know. In any case, I am going to put this in my living room. It's really pretty. And I thought that the burn on this was not incredible. It lasted for quite a long time. However, there's only one wick for this quite large surface area, and it definitely did not burn down evenly at all. I felt like there was a ton left on the sides, and I had to be really careful to take care of the wicks because they would just fall into the candle constantly, which was fine. It didn't cause any problems, but I think that it contributed to this being a pretty sooty candle. I had quite a bit of soot on my hands as I was trying to clean out this thing, and I'm not sure I got it all that clean. I mean, I really didn't get it all that clean. I know that for a fact. So, this is the kind of thing that I think this was probably $12 to $15 at Nordstrom Rack. I blind bought it based on the packaging because I purchased online, and I think I would consider purchasing another one in similar packaging. They had quite a few different scents in different colors of glass, but it's the only the kind of thing that I would purchase if I was $8 from free shipping and wanted to stick something in that $10 to $15 price range in my cart. Not something I would go out of my way to get. Now that we have those three things out, my bin is looking a lot less impressive. Let me do a little bit of sorting and we will go through everything. Talk about some really unexciting items at the front. I have a thing of cotton rounds. These are from My Cotton. I got these on Amazon literally years ago, and I've just been kind of tracking to see how long it takes me to use them up, because things like cotton rounds, you can really easily purchase like 500 of them. And if you're not someone who uses them every single day or uses them twice a day, that can last you forever. I know from experience. So I found that it takes me generally around 3 to 4 months to use up one of these containers. And I'm going to have cotton rounds for a very long time. Let's just leave it at that. I also have this Bic Simply Soleil razor. I wouldn't usually talk about this, but I did get this in a subscription box that I unboxed on my channel, and it is totally fine. It is a functional razor. Nothing really to talk about. Let's use that as a transition into body care. I have this Suave Essentials Cocoa Butter and Shea Moisturizing Body Wash. Now, this is the best, really inexpensive body wash. I was a grad student for the past, well, for 5 years, and then I was a grad student but also working for 1 year. So I got very used to purchasing really, really low cost things like body soap, shampoo, conditioner. And this is definitely the best one that I found. This is moisturizing. It's a little bit thicker than a lot of inexpensive body washes. It has a nice scent to it. It is a little bit, I mean, it's a cocoa butter scent. It's very, very vaguely chocolatey, but mostly just pretty clean. And I quite like this. I find that you also don't go through this as quickly as you do a lot of lower cost body wash options, because you just don't need as much with these thicker shea-ish body washes. So I have really only good things to say about this. I've repurchased it probably 6 or 7 times, but I just want something with a little bit more fragrance, so I'm going to use some Bath & Body Works body washes for a little while. But that one is very nice, and I think that should be, well, I guess fragrance is sort of like body care, isn't it? Let's talk about fragrance next. I have Valentino Donna Born in Roma. This is a floral perfume. I don't like this as much as I like Valentino Voce Viva, so I wouldn't purchase this perfume, but it is very, very nice. I cannot say that I've ever received perfume as a gift, so it's kind of a moot point if I would like this as a gift. But yeah, this is the kind of perfume that I would be pretty happy to get as a gift, but wouldn't purchase myself. I also finished up a purse spray of this Catherine Malandrino Luxe de Venise. And this is so unmemorable that I was surprised to see this when I pulled out this Empties bin. I clearly used it within the last 4 weeks or so, because that's about how long it's been since I filmed my last Empties. But this is just an incredibly unmemorable scent. It's fine. It's a fruity floral. I think a little bit higher on the floral than the fruit. And I feel like this red and green packaging would suggest something a lot bolder than this actually is. Also, this is an oddly expensive perfume. I mean, it's not expensive in the world of perfume. This is, I want to say, like, I just looked this up. It's, I think, $110 for like 3 ounces on Macy's. And I just kind of thought that this was more like a Walgreens $40 perfume based on how it performed. So, yeah. That was the shadiest thing I think I've ever said about a perfume, but it was just fine to slightly worse than fine. I was wrong. I actually did have one more little body care thing. This is the Extra Strength Pain Relief Cream. And I got this in a Walmart beauty box. This is just a menthol cream. And it was very, very menthol-y. I don't know that it really did a whole lot for my aching back and joints, but it was very cooling and very menthol-y. It's not something I would buy, but it was a nice experience that one time. I keep saying I'm done with body care and then I keep finding things. This is not technically body care. It is a watermelon glitter face mask from e.l.f. But I used this mostly on my feet because I started using it on my face and then I realized that it did nothing for me. So I would put this on my feet after I scrubbed them down when I was doing a pedicure. And I thought it was quite nice for that. I do think that it helped moisturize my feet a little bit. I don't think it really did as much for my face because my face is probably in generally better shape. My face does not get nearly as dry as my feet do. This is not something I would buy to use on my feet though, and I don't like the idea of a glitter face mask. That seems potentially irritating. I didn't find it irritating on my skin, but if you want to use a super moisturizing, supposedly, mask, why would you want to have glitter in it? That seems like it could really irritate your probably pretty dry skin. So, not going to be buying that, and I don't think they even sell that anymore, though I could be wrong. Isn't a whole lot of order to this video, but I'm going to go to my one hair care item now. One hair care? Yes, I think so. This is from Biolage, and it is their Smooth Proof shampoo. I got this through Influencer a few months ago at this point. I'm actually really impressed by how long this shampoo lasted. This doesn't look like a huge bottle to me, but this is 400 mils or 13 ounces. So it actually is a pretty good size. And I thought this was a reasonably good shampoo. I would say that it was slightly better than average. I don't know that it really made my hair any more or less smooth than it would have been otherwise, but I didn't need very much to get my hair clean, which I think is one big plus side of these slightly more expensive shampoos. They seem to last a little bit longer. I don't know if that really outweighs the higher price tag, but it's something to note at least. And I don't know that I would purchase this. I don't really have super strong feelings about it, but it was nice. I thought it did a good job cleaning my hair. I did finish additionally 2 sheets of nail stickers. I only have one to show you. The other one I talked about in my deck of panning video, and I just threw it away right after that. Didn't even think about keeping it. But 2 little sheets of floral nail stickers down. That was harder to say than it should have been. It would have been really useful if I had taken pictures or stuck the nails that didn't get used back in this box when I stuck it in my empties, but these are from Impress. I will try to, well, I will link the video where I received these in a beauty box up in the cards if you are interested in seeing what these look like. These were medium length. They had a flat edge and they had a French tip design, some of which had little rhinestones. These looked nice. I mean, they were faux nails. They didn't look real at all, but they looked nice for press-on nails. The problem that I had with these is that there was one nail, I think it was this pointer finger on my left hand. These would not stay on that nail. I prepped all of my nails the same way, but I had 3 different nails absolutely pop off of this nail, and I'm not sure why. So I didn't end up wearing them for very long because I could not get anything to stay on this pointer finger, and I looked pretty silly with 9 long, super done looking nails and then my short, sad pointer finger. So I don't know why that was the case, but for some reason these nails hated my pointer finger, so I wouldn't purchase these. I wouldn't have purchased these at the like $8 price tag anyway, because I can buy like 2 bottles of nail polish for that, and I find longer nails just inconvenient. However, if you are maybe going to an event and you are looking to get your nails professionally done with like acrylics, I think that these would probably be a better option for a lot of people because A, acrylics are expensive, B, they can really mess up your nails, and this is pretty low fuss. It looks really nice, and once you're done with the event, once you get home from prom or that wedding or whatever, you pop them off really easily and there's no damage done. So I think that these definitely have a purpose. It's just not really a purpose in my life. And then I also finished this London Town Cuticle Creme pen, and this is really nice because when it's done, it just is done. This piece where I was originally clicking up product just loses all tension and you're done with the product. I think this is stupidly expensive for what it is. This is like $20. I went through this in the space of 2 months. I would never develop a $120 a year cuticle cream habit. That seems very, very silly, but it was nice to use. I don't know that this was doing anything really special for me. I think that the reason this worked well for me was that it got me to actually think about applying moisturizer to my cuticles. Now, if I just am using hand cream, I'm a little bit more cognizant now of putting it on my cuticles, and I haven't noticed my cuticles looking any better or any worse since I stopped using this. So definitely not developing $100+ a year cuticle cream habits. Couple skincare pieces to go through. I have another one of these Face Story Sunbay sheet masks. I'm actually kind of surprised that I only used 1 sheet mask this month, but I guess that's how things happened. And this is an after sun mask. I didn't get burnt, but I used it after I had been in the sun off and on for a couple hours with sunscreen and everything, wearing a hat, but still being very careful, and it was nice. I've gone over these, I think, in 2 other Empties videos, so I'm not too worried about giving a bunch of detail. I have a little night cream. This is from 111 Skin or 111 Skin. I'm not exactly sure. And this is their Nocturnal Eclipse Recovery Cream. This is one of those brands that you only see really in subscription boxes, and it's ridiculously expensive, but yet they're willing to give it to you in a subscription box that costs $12. So I have questions about that. But this was nice. I tended to mix it with something a little bit lighter, specifically with my Tony Moly Retinol eye cream, because this was just a little bit on the thick side for me personally. I wasn't crazy impressed. I feel like if a night cream is, I want to say this is like $100+, I feel like I should be really, really impressed, and I just wasn't. I also have a mini face wash. This is the Super Clarify face wash from e.l.f. I used this in the shower, and this was a fine face wash. I do appreciate that we're bouncing from 111 Skin to e.l.f. And I think I have a slightly more positive review for the e.l.f. cleanser. This was pretty good. I mean, I am not going to go out of my way to purchase this, but if I saw it on sale on the e.l.f. site and I was already making a purchase, it's the kind of thing that might make its way into my cart. I also really like this packaging. This orange translucent plastic packaging is, for some reason, very cute to me. Another piece of e.l.f. skincare, this is the e.l.f. Jelly Pop Water Gel Moisturizer. I had this in my Drop 10 by Summer project, and I did indeed drop it by summer. This is a weird moisturizer. It's very much a water gel, so I will give them points for accuracy. But this is not like a really uniform texture. It almost feels like you've mixed water with Jell-O or something. It's got this sort of congealed texture. I don't find it to be very pleasant when you first pump it out. It feels just weird, and I could see someone thinking when they received it that maybe it had gone off. However, it does feel really nice on the skin. It feels like water on the skin. It is nicely hydrating without being too much for my pretty normal skin, and I just quite enjoyed using this. It had a little bit of a scent to it. It does have kind of a watermelon rind scent. Most of this Jelly Pop line does. I've tried quite a few things from this line at this point. This was lighter than some of the other elements have been, though. I have the lip gloss, and that's definitely stronger. And I want to say the face wash was a little bit stronger than this, too. So, if you are sensitive to scents, this might not be a good choice, but I quite liked it. I'd give this like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I don't think it's my favorite moisturizer that I've ever used, but it was nice. It was very nice. Last piece of skincare is from The Ordinary. This is their Arginine Solution 10%. This targets the appearance of dynamic facial lines. And I thought that this really worked when I first got it, and now I'm just not really convinced. I feel very skeptical about this, but I do think that it probably helped to slightly lessen some of the forehead wrinkles that are starting to develop on me. I don't have real wrinkles yet, but I can definitely see where they are going to be, and I think this made them slightly less apparent. But I also think that could have potentially just been in my head. In any case, it is inexpensive enough and lasts for long enough. I mean, here are the marks that I was making as I was project panning. Though this was also 1 month. I don't know how I used so much more in 1 month than I did in the others, but I don't know. It's inexpensive enough that I would consider repurchasing it, even if it is a placebo, because it makes me feel like I'm doing something for my skin. 2 makeup empties. Neither's very exciting. We're about wrapping things up. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil in blonde. I've gone through several of these on my channel. They last me about 2 to 3 months, and they work really well for me. They're a good shade match. I feel like they could be just a hair warmer for my hair color, but it's fine. It's very, very workable, and yeah, they're a really good buy. They're $2 regular price. That's really hard to beat. Though I think the last time I purchased them was before e.l.f. did their price increases, so they might be $3 now. At that price, it's still really good. I don't know that I could get another brow pencil that performed anywhere near as well for anywhere close to the same price. And then finally, we have a Tarte Lights Camera Lashes mascara. I like this mascara. It's not a love though. Here's what the brush looks like. Pretty standard brush, natural bristles. I like this mascara. It does a nice job of really darkening up my lashes, making them look a little bit longer, a little bit thicker. I just don't think that this is my favorite mascara. If I were to rate this, I would give it like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I thought that it was a good mascara. The one real complaint I have, and this is somewhat specific to me, I think, is I don't wear foundation, so I often don't feel like I need to double cleanse my skin or specifically remove makeup. And this, if you just wash your face with, standard cleanser, won't necessarily wash away entirely. I'll end up with quite a bit of it under my eyes that I feel like I need to then take off separately. So I prefer a mascara that washes away a little bit nicer. However, most of the mascaras that wash away really nicely don't give me quite as much volume or quite as much length as this does. So it's definitely a trade-off, but I think that in general I would prefer a little less oomph to my lashes, but a little bit easier cleanup. So there's my empties video for the month. I think this was an okay month for empties. I was kind of worried after my last empties video, which I think was quite possibly one of the biggest I'd ever had, that I just wouldn't finish anything in the month of June. Clearly that didn't happen. Can't say there was anything super, super exciting in here, but I did finish things. Unfortunately, I think the balance of things coming in versus things leaving my collection this month is very, very tilted towards things coming in, but that's the subject for another video. I think it will be not the next video, but the one after that, in case you were wondering. Anyway, thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did, and I hope that I will see you all next time. Bye!